Hello everyone and welcome back to Ark Island. I'm Catharsis and we're back here playing some more Ark Survival Evolved. Now, I've been working a little bit on leveling and I apologize for the long gap in videos that we've had. But I actually had to travel for work for a little bit and that left me not playing for a short while. Now, the unfortunate part in Ark Survival Evolved, even though I'm not playing on a PvP server, is that when you don't log in for quite some time, unfortunately your items are up for grabs. So after something like it's a period of like 7 or 8 days, other players have the ability to demolish your items, and someone came along and apparently demolished my whole house. So I have no house left. My dinosaurs that I tamed are gone. Now on the plus side, I do still have the raft. They didn't take that apart on me, so that's a plus. Now I wasn't planning to pick up a move anyway. Once I had the raft completed and could use it as a mobile base. Now, I don't recommend doing that necessarily in PvP, simply because the base is, or the boat rather, is a relatively easy target for somebody to destroy. And if your entire game life is on the raft, then it wouldn't take a whole lot for someone to take it over. But in the meantime, I've sort of set up shop here on the lower level of my raft. I'm still working on getting enough engrams to get the pillars, but that will get me up to the second level. And then I can put all of my bed and my storage containers and things up on that second level where it's out of reach. And then I can have like a little door that kind of closes that off, and it'll be relatively safe. And incidentally, people can't just come along and drag my body out random places and whatnot. I've kind of been just sort of sticking all my stuff in a chest here because I don't have an interior building to stay in. And then when I log out, I'll oftentimes wake up and find my body has been dragged somewhere else. So we'll get to a place where we can build the boat up, and then that's no longer an issue. But in the meantime, I do need to work on leveling some more. So I am currently level 17, and in the last level up, fortunately, I did spend some engrams and get the bow and arrows. And now, the reason I grabbed these before grabbing the pillars, the pillars, of course, cost something like 9 engram points, is that the bow is really helpful for leveling up, and also for gathering other resources and meat and that sort of thing. So it gives you a really significant upgrade in the amount of damage you can deal and the amount of damage you can avoid also. So what I'd like to do is work on taming some Dilophosaurus that I can use to help me hunt around and get things. But I'm going to need some meat for that first. So I thought we would spend a little bit of time today just running around with the bow, killing off some random dinosaurs and seeing what we can find. And collect up some meat that I can use to tame some dilos. Now, as you can see, like I was using the spear before, and it can be pretty tough to fight things with the spear because it breaks so quickly. The damage that it puts out is relatively low, but the bow gives you the ability to not only to stay at a distance while you're shooting, but it does significantly more damage than the spear does. So even though it's still going to take a few arrows to take these guys down, you can stay completely out of their range because they're slower moving. And it's really no risk at all. I mean, aside from my bow breaking and having to switch over to my spear. Now, I don't know what level this guy's. Level 16, so it shouldn't take too many more arrows to down this guy. We'll get our first chunk of meat. We don't need a lot of meat to tame a dilo, but I'm going to do a 5-minute tutorial on taming dilos once we have some of the resources here. And I could also use some meat for myself. I know I collected a whole bunch of berries, but you just need to go through berries a whole lot faster than you do the meat. So, come on, turtle. Yeah, there we go. Carbonemys dead. Doesn't look like he's got an inventory, so we'll just chop him up. Now, in order to get meat, of course, we want to use the pickaxe more so than the hatchet. Getting a bunch of carrot in here, some hide. So with 10 raw meat, we've already got enough to tame, like, our 12 raw meat. We already have enough to tame a low-level dilo. If we found a dilo that was level 1, we could actually tame it with the 10 meat. Their preferred food, of course, is raw prime meat, but I don't have any of that. And I'm not really going to be tough enough at this level by myself, with even with just my little bow and arrow, to take down something that's going to get me prime meat. So for now, we're going to have to just hunt smaller game, as it were. Fix the gamma and make it a little bit brighter here so we can see. Oh, there's a Pteranodon flying up there. Pterodactyl kind of thingy. Not seeing much else to hunt here. Now you'll notice that now that all the buildings have been smashed down where I had my house over there. Is that another? Yep, another turtle. Okay, so where all the buildings were over there that they smashed down, you can see the trees have all kind of sprouted back up again. So on the plus side, even though I don't have my thatch house anymore, I am now with my boat just parked right on the shore. I'm pretty close to a good stand of resources. I can get quite a bit of wood, and I've stocked up a bunch already, so that I'm ready to start building floors or ceiling pieces rather, and pillars, so that we can expand on the boat and make it a little bit bigger. A little 16 one. We're gonna tame one of these guys eventually, but they have limited usefulness. That poor guy's starting to look like a pincushion. What I don't get is how he can still just keep trudging around with all those arrows sticking out of his head. Right in the eye. Come on, turtle. Oh. I almost feel bad for him. So if we get like another dozen meat out of this, then I think we'll be in pretty good shape for doing some taming. Oh my goodness, I'm out of arrows. I probably should have kept an eye on that. Alright, finish him off with the spear. Hopefully the spear doesn't break right away. Come on, you're full of arrows. There we go. Jeez. Okay. Get another little hollow meat out of this guy. Bunch of carrot nut again. Oh, I'm getting all hide. Meat. Turtle. 14 meat. That's not bad. So we got a good chunk of hide off of that, which could be useful. I don't have the engrams to be able to make hide armor yet, but when I do, certainly the hide will come in handy for that. In the meantime, the meat is far more valuable for me. We can use it to do some taming. I can use it to feed myself. What do we got here? I ended up with 26 total meat. So I'll cook up like 6 meat for myself, and then I'll keep the other 20 that we can use for taming, and we'll get ourselves a dilo. Now, even if the dilo's up to like level 20, having 20 raw meat should still be plenty enough to get it. Now, the tricky part will be, of course, finding one quickly enough that I don't run into an issue where the meat all spoils on me. I need some wood in here. Speaking of spoiled meat. So it was a little bit of a shock to the system when I came back from being away and found that I didn't have a home anymore. But that's kind of how this game goes. I mean, it never seems to matter how much you have built up. There's always some potential, even in a PvE environment, that you can log in one day and find that you have nothing. Our tribe, which I'm going to switch over to after doing a little bit more at the lower level here with this character, we had a setup recently. Again, in PvE, we haven't been playing any PvP yet, but we had all good stored dinosaurs and everything, and nice built-up walls and a good section on the beach. We had an upper and lower section with some on the cliff and some of the lower section, and an alpha T-Rex came wandering in while we were off and killed every dinosaur we had except for the ones that could fly. So, a fair amount of time spent gathering dinosaurs, only to lose them. So, if there are a couple of good things in particular about having tribes in this game, I mean, one, as you can see, I'm all by myself here. When I log out, someone can take my body and do whatever they want to with it. And they can also smash my house. If I had actually been with my tribe, then just having them log in and see the buildings is enough to keep them intact so that people don't get the chance to demolish them. But you can also claim other people's dinosaurs. So if you come across a dino that has been tamed by somebody and you walk up to it, there are times when you'll see that it's claimable. And you can simply just take the dinosaur and walk away with it, even though it's not in PvP. So, keep an eye out for that as well. You want to make sure you're logging in regularly, or that you're with a tribe that is going to be having somebody in regularly, just to make sure you don't lose your stuff. Alright. Short bit longer here, we'll have enough meat. I should probably make some more arrows, since I just used up everyone that I had shooting turtles. I do need some flint fiber and thatch, I think it takes to make arrows. And it doesn't look like I have any, naturally. Okay, so while this is cooking, let's gather up some flint we can use to make some arrows. starving. Oh no. And I'm lagging. This is probably the biggest problem with this game is the lag. So I'm eating, but of course nothing is happening. I'm harvesting, but not getting anything. Oh, there we go. Consume 3 cooked meat. Oh, wait. No, yeah. Pickaxe is what I want for a flint. There we go. Oh, boy. I got all 3 flint. Go me. More than anything else in this game, you're going to spend your time harvesting. And that's ultimately where the dinosaurs come in really handy. There's different dinosaurs that, of course, have different harvesting skills that get you different types of stuff, better or worse, what have you. So the dilos, not only they're useful for defending yourself, but that's really only, you don't really need that for a very extensive period of time. But they do lay eggs as long as you have some females. And the eggs can be used to make the dilo egg kibble, which the kibble can be used to tame the ankylos, the Dodicurus, and the Pachycephalosaurus. Now, Pachycephalosaurus is really only usable for headbutting things, so it could be used to knock other animals out, or other dinosaurs out, used to smash walls or things if you're playing against other players in PvP. The Doed you can use to harvest stone. He's fantastic at getting stone. So you can take him out and gather up a lot of stone really quickly, which is great. And then the Anki is great for gathering flint. He'll also gather lots of oil if you take him out to gather from any oil nodes, and potentially, possibly most importantly, he's also a champion collector for metal. So over time, as you level up, you're going to want to get a number of different those dinosaurs that you can use to increase your harvesting, because just running around with your tools is very time consuming, as you may have noticed. So I think I have enough here to make... Oh, jeez, I broke my tool again. I'm really looking forward to getting some metal tools. These primitive stone ones just don't last very long. So let's see if we can make some arrows. 12. That's not very good. What am I missing? So I've got lots of fiber, quite a bit of flint, so I'm just short on thatch. I have plenty of that back at the base, so I'm gonna finish harvesting this stone for some more flint, hopefully. We'll whip up some arrows quickly. Now, the only reason I want the arrows is because I found that when you're hunting dilos, they tend to have a couple of them oftentimes in the area. So it never seems like you're fighting just one. So if we knock one of them out, I want to have arrows handy in case there's anything else I got to defend against. It'll also give us the opportunity to harvest some fresh meat right on the spot in case we need it. I can just use the spear, but again, the spear, terrible damage. And the bow is just so much better. And then when you get above that, you can even do the crossbow. That's even better still, so... Give the bow a quick repair. Since it's almost broken. Alright, let's make some arrows. And we'll go out... I should probably pick up my lunch out of the campfire there. And then we'll go out and find ourselves some dilos. Food. Alright, arrows. How many can we make? 12. Why am I still limited? Oh, I didn't pick up the thatch. Gosh. It's a never-ending hunt for resources in this game. So, as you can see, I've been stockpiling a little bit of wood. I probably should start gathering some more thatch, because I think I actually need thatch for building walls, too. Alright, so we can make 52 arrows. Let's whip all those up. They'll be handy to have on hand. Just in case. With any luck, we won't really need them, but we'll see. Oh, and I should probably make a club, too, I guess. I'm not quite at the point yet where I can make narcotic, which is great for making tranquilizer arrows that are amazing for taking down dinosaurs when you're trying to tame them. In the meantime, I'm just going to have to go with the old strong arm tactic and try and club them upside the head and see what we can get done. Now... I think I lost my club, actually, so I'm going to have to see if I can make one here. Stone pick. Where's my club? Wooden club. What do I need? Oh, wood. Imagine that. Alright. Plenty of wood, of course. Didn't have a much better use for my time. Let's grab some wood. Put this thatch back. going to stick this hide somewhere too, just so that I don't risk losing that. If I die or something, I don't really want to dump a pile of hide wherever I drop. Bunch of keratin. Keratin, of course, is helpful for making cementing paste, which becomes really useful later. I have no use for it right now, of course. Oh, and I did catch a supply depot that had some good stuff in it. Put the wrong box there. So in the supply depot, I had large storage boxes, paintbrush, cooking pot, mortar and pestle. So those all come in handy because now I won't have to make them myself. And then when I get to the point where I can actually have some engrams to make things in the mortar and pestle, that's where you need to grind up different materials. That's where you make your narcotic, which is, of course, super important later on. Oh, right, club. That's what I'm doing. Alright, I'll have one club. I'll swap it out for my spear, because I don't really need that. Just now. I have my bow. I wonder when the sun's going to come up. Should ditch for this metal, so I don't lose that. Come on. There we go. Alright, we've got a good stack of arrows, good stack of meat. 0 daylight and lots of rain. Not the best day for hunting. Let's go see what we can find. Now, if you're looking for the dilos, they often hang out... just I put my torch out. They often hang out along the beaches and whatnot, so you can find them in a large area of the map. Pretty much everywhere other than the snow biome and the area that's sort of just south of that. Oh, I'm starving again. Jeez. Guess I shouldn't sprint too much. Using up too much food. They're typically going to be the first carnivore you run into. They also are generally really easy to tame. I mean, the biggest thing with them is just avoid getting a spit on, because of course it blinds you and what have you. If I can manage to not get spit on, then it should be relatively easy to knock them out. As long as I don't run into something that's crazy high level. Which shouldn't be the case down here, but you never know. I mean, when I logged in today, it turns out my body was eaten by a level 60 Sarco, so it's a good thing I put all my equipment in a chest, so I didn't lose anything, because I had no idea where my body was. The only thing I had left on it was like a hat that I didn't have room for in my chest. So now I'm running around without a hat on, which is probably why I'm cold, although the rain doesn't help. Come on, Dilo, where are you? Man, when you're looking for dinosaurs, you can't find them anywhere. When you don't want to find them, they're swarming all over you. The dilos in particular, I've had a few good run-ins. If you watch any of the earlier videos, the dilos have gotten me a few different times. They're those little buggers that hang out on the beach, and they got me one time. As soon as I spawned in, after dying, I respawned, and they were right there, 2 of them on top of me. Ate my brains. All right, well, this could be a little bit of a hunt, so I'm going to go... Oh, just in a little dodo. Hello, poor little dodo. Get some extra meat from you, maybe? I don't need to tame you right now, but when I make my egg farm, I'm going to need a whole bunch of you. Come here, hold still. Oh, right in the face. Come on, oh. These guys, it's just, I can't get over the weird lag and stuff in this game. You can definitely tell it's not a finished product. I hit the dodo when he flies away, and then he comes scooting back. Back and forth, back and forth. That's some strange behavior. Okay, that's it. Let's go with a little overkill. Oh, he didn't die! I thought for sure after all that clubbing he was going to be toast. Okay, come on. 3 arrows, plus all that clubbing, and he's still up. 4 arrows. 5 arrows. That one was in the head. Or the neck, I guess. Finally. Alright, well, it looks like it's going to take a little while to find a Dilo. And we're kind of running up to the 20-minute mark where I like to cut my videos short. So what I'm going to do is I'll put together a short little 5-minute tutorial on how to tame a dilo once I find one. You can check that out separately. We'll be back for some more adventures. I'm going to work on loving a little bit more before we come back in for the next video. And get the engrams that we need to build the second level on the boat so we can get that finished off. Then we'll go out and do a little bit of hunting with the boat. And then I'm gonna switch over and hook up with the rest of my tribe. Nope. Get back. Oh, jeez. Of course, I don't have my spear. This is a little compy. Maybe a bit of a pain to shoot with an arrow. Let's see. Oh, got him once. Oh, right in the head, too. Oh, in the tail. 2 shots and he's dead. I'm going to hook up with my tribe again, and we'll do a little bit more play there, do some building and that sort of thing, and see what kind of mayhem we can get into. So thanks, everyone, for checking out the videos. Hope you'll come back next time. As I said, next time we'll build up the rest of the boat. I'm again Catharsis, and I will see all of you next time.